Alright, son, it's your Uncle Paul here. Your dad's gone down the infirmary owing to a Ginster's pork pie and half a pound of sick. Unlucky! Never you mind, though. I've got a quick thing to tide you over. Don't get used to it, mind! I'll be back next week with a regular episode. You like those, don't you? You just enjoy this one for now, while you can. Hello and welcome to The One Quick Thing, the podcast that always checks the will before it bumps off the elderly relative.
No.
Show some pride in your work, would you? Do your background. I'm Paul Background.
I always rise and shine.
And we are now fully halfway through the Gorehouse Greats.
What?
Yep, which means we're just 3 short years away from starting my Andy Sedaris box set that I've got. Unless one of us takes more holidays. Well, I'm not doing that.
I'm working on that.
Hard ticket to Hawaii, here we come, one way or the other. But today we shall be sleazing our way through 1971's Blood Mania.
Terror that rips the screams right out of your throat. Suspense that traps you in a web of shadows and fear. A treacherous journey inside a nightmare of passion and death. A love affair with horror. Blood Mania, a terrifying film experience that explores the twisted souls of insanity. When there is no reality, there is no such word as evil. A bargain of the flesh made by an ambitious doctor who sought to escape his own past. 2 sisters, blood sisters. One the victim of a love that was a lie. The other tormented by demons of jealousy and hate. Blood Mania, a suspense shocker in the psycho tradition. An electrifying tale of intrigue, madness, and death. Come prepared for the shocking climax. The last 15 minutes will jolt you right out of your seat.
Yes, indeed.
Directed by Robert Vincent O'Neill, just after he served as prop master on Easy Rider. Film known for its great props. Did you do the bikes? No. Oh. So...
Did the slick jackets.
Alcohol and sunglasses then. Oh, actually, the sunglasses were costume department. I got a shotgun. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was depressing.
And he's back with this.
He'd come back. You'd liked his work there. Now you get to see the whole film of it.
Fantastic.
The whole film made out of alcohol and sunglasses.
Oh, dear.
Bad reviews from critics. Scott Weinberg at efilmcritic.com. That's efficient, that name. Says exactly what you're getting.
Yeah.
Says, stunningly drab, particularly considering the word mania is in the title. I mean, yeah, but to be fair, this is probably the goriest Gorehouse Great we've had, so...
True.
Although maybe after Melty Hitler, as that film's called.
Yeah. And he goes Melty Hitler, Yeasty Cleasty. And then this in the list of difficult experiences in my life.
Oh, yeah, this is up there. The public, who cares? No Threeman, you might be surprised to hear, although Avril Blanton, who plays the blackmailer, was also in The Swarm as Sergeant, and the guy reading the will went on to play Moe Green in The Godfather. He's the guy who got shot through the glasses on the massage table.
Ah.
Yeah.
And he looks like Chevy Chase a bit, so...
Looks like Chevy Chase getting shot through the glasses. Also, Vicky Peters, who plays Gail, says that the house that they filmed in was Bela Lugosi's house. So that might become a 2-minute at some point if we ever review Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman.
Just give it a go.
We'll get there. We'll get round to it.
Never say never to Frankenstein Meets the Wolfman. That's my motto. It's what my gran taught me.
Look, we can't keep... there's only so many Neil Breen films out there, so eventually...
All right.
So, Paul, you floozy.
What?
What's one thing about Blood Mania that made you want to spend a day at the fair?
I mean, should we just start with the very beginning?
Yes.
Because that's going to be it.
That's the best part.
Yeah.
The first 30 seconds.
Oh, boy.
What an opening.
I mean, it's a dark reimagining of a lullaby theme. You've got Portishead doing their unofficial soundtrack to Suspiria. And just some very interesting things going on visually.
Yeah, it's a hell of a thing.
Dream sequence, dancing and scowling and screaming, musical instruments replacing the screams of people and people fading and then things throbbing and pulsing.
It tells the story of the whole film, and if it doesn't, we're going to do that. So,
here we go.
I think
Credits to BAM! Eyes open. Very, very interesting shot.
Yeah, we've got an old man in bed. He's dying, I think.
Oh.
He's got his daughter around, and his daughter's got a maid who does most of the actual work. The daughter is in a tough place. She just cannot get anyone to sleep with her. If only she weren't so physically repulsive. She tries it on with the pool boy, but that doesn't work. Then she tries it on with sexy Mr. Doctor. But sexy Mr. Doctor, he's got his own bit of tail back in the bathtub of his.
Yeah, waiting for him.
Yeah, just waiting in that bathtub, getting all pruny. Oh dear.
Don't you dare get pruny, he said.
You keep that skin taut.
I didn't create you to fall apart like science intended.
He's saying he Frankensteined her.
He might have done with his sex.
He went out to a cemetery with his penis, and he came back with her. Don't ask questions.
It does seem pretty powerful at this stage. So there's been a lot of
virile.
norks, and there's been a lot of white butts from men and women alike.
True, we've already seen a lot of butts, a lot of norks.
Yeah.
We're 4 minutes in.
Yeah, it's great. There's we've heard the soundtracks for about 17 different pornos and the setups for about 80. And
Sorry, I've written the phrase, there's some right good sex music.
Because the Doctor's visiting John Noble, who's in Denethor, who's in bed, and
who's the father of Desperate Lady.
Yeah, who is also the father is also very, very horrible to Desperate Lady.
Yeah.
You've been after Craig Cooper for years, and he won't give you a tumble. One of the few pleasures I have left in life is watching you trying to sink your hooks into him.
Like a Genghis Khan would to his
Yeah.
forte in a John Wayne film. But anyway, the Doctor goes back. Dr. Craig goes back to make out with his.
Yes, and the doorbell goes, and he goes to answer it, and the soundtrack makes it sound like the Doctor opened the door and just went, oh.
Well, hello, buddy. Well?
Is that good?
But it turns out to be the blackmailer. And,
no.
yeah, he's got some lines.
You're crazy.
No, I am not crazy, thank you.
You're crazy.
I'm not. No, I'm not.
Oh, God.
He's there to blackmail, as he does. He's here up to his old blackmaily tricks, to blackmail the Doctor into... Because the Doctor used to do abortions, and that could get him struck off. So he's like, give me a bunch of money. Well, I don't have any money. Oh, get some. Fine.
If that scene was a little bit boring, don't worry about it, because it did intercut every 5 seconds or so to the shot of Dr. Craig's girlfriend undressing.
Yes. Who is
and
it?
listening into the conversation.
Who is it that the Doctor has some noisy progressive sex with? Is it the wife? Not the wife, the daughter?
No, it's Gail, right? At the end.
Oh God, I don't know who Gail is, Paul.
And the blonde woman.
No, that's
is
much.
That
That is Gail. That's much later.
Yeah.
No, he has some noisy progressive sex. I think with the daughter because they come to an arrangement wherein the daughter's going to bump off her dad to get the inheritance, so that the Doctor can pay off his blackmailer.
Well, it's an arrangement that only the woman agrees
oh
on.
yes, that's true.
With.
Yeah.
And then when the Doctor realizes very, very slowly after the woman says, "Oh, I killed him," he stares at her for about 17 minutes and eventually goes, "You killed her."
Yeah.
And
So
she goes, "Yes, for the money," and he goes, think of that.
Oh yes.
Actually,
That's
it's quite
pretty
good.
Yeah.
Can I see your breast? It's been a while. My girlfriend was undressing in the other room when I was having a conversation about abortion. Not good, is it?
That's rubbish. I
Being
was
in
so
there
turned
wondering
off.
about her breasts. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. He has noisy progressive sex with the daughter. And then the blackmailer has some rowdy David Gilmour style sex with the redheaded woman. Because
Fucking hell, that one.
Yeah. She thinks that it's gonna like help clear the debt, and then in a right cheeky move, he has sex with her anyway, but then doesn't clear the debt.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe it.
And
if you can't trust your blackmailers, then I don't know.
And it's another one of those sex scenes of she'll come round to it in the end. That's what consensual
John Wayne
means.
style sex scene.
And it's like, no, this is fine. Have you not heard the soundtrack? Wow, 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 wow. It's just, what are you doing?
So that she does kill
Yeah.
her dad, and then mentions the next day, at least he died with dignity, bolt upright, grinning like a fucking maniac.
Yeah.
She poisons him, I think. So dad's dead. The other daughter shows up. Oh, I can't see any complications here. The other angelic, brilliant, didn't poison her dad daughter shows up. And in a horrible twist of fate, it turns out fucking dad left everything to her, to old Angel Face. And left a prison sentence to her other his other daughter, saying you can have as much as you want so long as you live in this house. And all your spending is going to have to be agreed by your good daughter. So it was a really good fuck you to her, really. It's very thorough. In as much as every time I came up with a way she could get out of it, the will would explain how that's not going to work.
Yeah. In perpetuity. And then just as Gail, the other daughter's thinking, I should probably split it with her. Her thoughts are interrupted by the other daughter going, "You bitch! It's your fault!"
Why did you have to come back? I hate you! I hate you! It's mine!
I'm gonna murder you!
Just like I did our dad. What was that?
So, I may need to rethink this.
So the daughter's got like a weird lesbian nanny with her. It's very Duke of Burgundy.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's just sort of hanging around. And the weird lesbian aunt sort of warns off the doctor, look, don't flirt with the other daughter just because she's the one who's rich now. I won't! Jesus!
Yeah.
God. Daughter, do you want to go off on her own for a long time? Yeah, sounds great. Maid, do you want to join us? Nah.
Wait, what?
Sounds lame.
Oh. That was easy.
Oh,
That
great.
was really, really easy.
He says, taking off his pants as he walks out the door. And the maid hums quietly to herself.
Oh well, said the maid. Easy come, easy go. Never mind everything I just said.
Yeah.
And then they have a walk along the beach.
Yes.
Now she's pregnant, probably.
Meanwhile, at the production value, they go to a fair and have a go at knocking each other off of tyres with big bags of hay. The ancient medieval art of that.
Of that, what that is.
Of pillow fighting.
The other daughter's busy painting a picture of Dr. Craig holding a skeleton.
Yeah.
And that's great. And yeah, it turns out that Craig and Gail, I really think her name's Gail.
Yeah.
They're in love, and he doesn't even want the money off of her.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Yeah, he makes out with her, the third woman he's made out with in the film. Is it worth mentioning that actor had a story credit?
Yeah. Oh, was he the writer? He was the writer.
Well, he had a story credit. He didn't write the whole thing. He was just like, look, I want to make out with some birds. That's a story credit. The maid is there, the lackadaisical maid, who's now received a pittance from her dead boss. And she says something like,
May we be alone? Oh, sure, Gail. Wish a man would ask me that.
want to leave. Well,
didn't-
wish fulfilled, love. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh God.
She leaves the film.
Not before saying, Miss Innocence, didn't you know? I'm listed in the yellow pages under sex. That's great. Off you go.
Off you go to your group of friends. I bet they find that really funny.
They thought that was fantastic.
And then, yeah, I guess the sister kills the other one, Gail.
Yeah. Well, Gail offers it to the sister, the money, and she's like, I don't want it. And as soon as she turns around, she just beats her to death with a candlestick.
Oh, actually.
Or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kills her.
I did want it, really.
The doc's like, better bury her in the garden, I guess, so that she can just be disappeared for a while rather than murdered. In which case, yeah, that'll help us get hold of that money. But oh no, the blackmailer saw the whole thing. Ugh.
Oh, what?
I guess there's gonna have to be a whole new dimension to this. Oh, it's finished. All right, good.
Yeah.
Okay.
There we go. Cliffhanger.
That works too. Cliffhanger. Check out Blood Manias. Blood Manias.
With a Z. Oh, God.
So, Paul, would you make a Blood Mania?
Pretty ridiculous. kind of funny.
It was, yeah. It was over
pretty
the top.
sexy at times.
Oh, it was saucy. A lot of boobs. And it's all on YouTube.
Was. Yeah,
I guess it doesn't count if it's all low-resolution 70s boobs.
maybe, but 70s is one of the sexiest times, mate.
Oh, fuck yeah.
There was just a lot, and it was such a like normal part of that film
Yeah.
that it was actually sexier for it, because there was too much of it to draw attention to. It was just like it was just the baseline. It's like, God, this is a bit much, honestly. Wait, hang on, was there a story here? Never mind.
Yeah.
It was every scene started off in a kind of, aha, I'm a plumber and I'm here to fix your pipes. Good. Whoa, I've been looking for a man in my life.
With my massive tool.
Yeah, every scene could possibly be a porno, and everything was ridiculous.
Yeah, it was,
again.
and it was a lot of fun. Very big performances, a lot of cheesy lines, and a very sleazy kind of soap opera-y storyline.
Yeah.
And just a sort of general veneer of 70s sleaze that I appreciated.
Yeah.
Some very interesting editing and camera work. Yeah, it had a great sort of... Compared to, the largely locked down television setups of The Devil's Hand, this one was very dynamic in its camera movement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, nice to get
And
something a bit more psychedelic.
Yeah, and like the soundtrack and the camera was really doing a lot of heavy lifting there. There's some really surreal moments just peppered throughout, and it wasn't afraid just to go and be weird for 5 solid minutes.
Absolutely.
I've got to say, these 2 films that we've reviewed in these past 2 weeks, not one after the other, straight after our other episode, have been my favourite 2 Gorehouse greats. I would say.
I was going to ask you that, about what your favourite Gorehouse has been.
Yeah, I'd say these 2 Gorehouse greats are really great Gorehouse greats.
Certainly gory, certainly house.
Yeah.
Incredibly great.
Fucking houses for days, mate. Actually, as well, maybe that's why they're my favourite.
Yeah.
I think it's because I've just enjoyed them, but actually it just fits the bill of a Gorehouse great.
They do kind of, they're kind of screwy. But I've got to say, our hit rate with the Gorehouse greats has been pretty high. Like, if you review them, last year we had Nightmare and Wax with crazy fucking Cameron Mitchell wandering around, submerging people in wax with incompetent cops hot on the trail. And what was the other one? Blood of Dracula's Castle? A sort of genuinely fun film featuring crazy murderers and elderly vampires and sun sacrifices at dawn. And I'll always have a soft spot for brain twisters, but I accept that Professor Rockman is not for everyone. I mean, and then what was the other one? The Melting Hitler movie, Melty Hitler movie.
Yeah. God, I didn't even know.
Yeah, so I mean, they've gotten
Is
less.
that the Mad Men of Mendoras?
Yeah, that's the one. They've gotten less boring. Even Melty
exactly.
Hitler was quite dull in places, and the dullness has lessened as we've gone. Possibly because we specifically chose the shortest films this
maybe
this time. But yeah, it's been pretty entertaining.
I would say so.
For a box set that cost me 99p.
What value, mate? Yeah, no, I felt really good about these. Just, I don't think these are in any way as bad as Neil Breen.
Sure.
Technically, but
nor as entertaining. It has to be said.
But yeah, they are enlightening in the same way that watching a Neil Breen movie is, because you're watching something. I feel like I was watching something pretty original with both. They just did their thing in very effective ways.
When watching a Neil Breen movie, I get the impression I'm watching something a god made. A very strange, lonely god.
A god who doesn't know he's a god.
Yet.
But writes stories about being a god.
Correctly. He accidentally guessed his lineage correctly. Alright, let's quick fire. Oh yeah, there's a moment where she's in the bath, the red-headed lady, and he's like...
I'll be there in 5 minutes.
I've got something for you.
I'll be there in 4 minutes.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
That's good. I like that. I like the exchange when Doctor's in bed with the daughter.
I need 50,000
dollars.
Piglets.
What the fuck do you think, love? $50,000? Yes. Okay. Shit.
I was hoping it was dreams.
got 20,000 of them. Still not enough, love. Shit.
Oh, damn. That's sad. That's sad fantasy.
Okay, the dialogue, you are a bitch. Come here, bitch. is brilliant.
Superb is
That just shows the
unique.
difference 10 years can make between 1961 and 1970, whatever this was.
very similar concepts there, very similar angles, very different delivery.
These were released exactly 10 years apart. I mean, I think, The Devil's Hand was made in 1959, and then no one could do anything with it for like 2 years, and you can tell, it's a 50s movie, really. But, yeah, there's a good decade separating these two. What a decade!
What a fucking decade. My only problem is there are too many dames here. Give me witchy witchy woo. And then just women. Oh, love them. Bitches, all of them. 70s.
If you want any evidence, if you want any evidence as to how progressive the 60s were, just watch these two back to back, and you'll see what the fuck happened to the world in that 10 year.
Very, very empowering stuff. I like the conversation between Dr. Craig and the daughter about amyl nitrate. So the daughter sniffs poppers, and the doctor talks about the effects of it like a doctor would. And it's like, oh, you wrote some character there.
A bit of research.
Behold!
I like the will reading scene. I found it very dramatic, and it was very claustrophobic, like this net closing in around the character there of the daughter, of just, you can't sell the house, and if you try and get away with anything, I'll have someone beat you up. And it was just very traumatic to see her dreams literally crumble around her.
That was difficult because they hadn't really, maybe, she was a bit unstable, but in the course of the film, she hadn't yet done anything. Although no, actually, she was giving her dad amyl nitrate because the doctor said he shouldn't be having stimulants.
I mean, she did kill her dad specifically.
Well, but before that.
Oh right.
Like when he was writing the will, she just seemed to be helping him out, and he was just being irredeemably awful to her.
Yeah.
But she was also making him sniff amyl nitrates throughout the night because the doctor did mention that he was. His heart was going crazy, so he's obviously on constant stimulants.
Yeah.
So she was actually getting to him.
Good stuff. Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, the music at the end when Dr. Larry the blackmailer turns up is amazing.
Oh fuck me! It just.
Yeah, just.
I don't know what that electronic organ thing is. There is a name for it. Where I think it's like a stylus-driven thing, where it's just like. And it's.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is actually.
No,
James Acaster uses that in his Netflix show.
Fuck, there's a name for it. It's the guy who invented it. It's like, okay, my last one was a genuine scare moment. The bit where I think they're hugging and they just look and the body's just there now. I think it's just a hallucination for a minute, but they just see the body again. That spooked me the fuck out.
Yeah, man. That was creepy as fuck.
Yeah.
I enjoyed and did not enjoy that.
Okay, do you have any others?
Nah.
Paul, where can people find out about the one good thing? To which this is quick.
Oh, I'll be quick then. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, ogtpod, Gmail, ogtpod@gmail.com. Send us an email, tweet, get in touch when we put out calls for the OG team. You can find us on all good podcatchers, including this one you're listening to right now. Don't let that get to you and affect your performance in listening. I'm not going to judge you. Not to your face.
Listen good.
Finally, yeah. Well, that's all right. Could be better. Not as good as Ian.
Oh,
Ian.
God, he heard every word. He could play it back to you like a stereotape.
Stereotape? Pushed him too far, though. Yeah,
I find that to be an
proper Ian
offensive
on him.
stereotype.
Thing is, though, Ian pushed people as hard as we pushed Ian, and if you push people that hard and you can't be pushed yourself that hard, do you know what that means? You're standing on the cliff of life. You can't push people off the cliff of life and expect not to be pushed off the cliff of life in return.
Yeah, if you push everyone away, sooner or later, you find out.
Yeah.
It's on your own.
And, he was one of he actually, along with Zach Goldsmith's dad, he made all of his money in Europe and then founded the Brexit Party.
Classic.
So, yeah.
Classic story. Boy meets girl.
Classic Ian.
Girl travels to Europe. Everyone gets fucked.
Pulls up the ladder, burns the bridge. Shits on the doorstep. And we are, very, very quickly, we're members of the super quick A Lot of Green network.
Nice.
Full of fantastic quick and non-quick Australian podcasts. You just need to go to alotofgreen.com.au for all of that.
Most of them aren't as quick as this.
No. But they try.
They try their best. Okay, I'm Paul Salt.
I'm Paul Goodman.
And remember, the one quick thing about both of these movies has been that it really shows that not every Amazon box set of 100 genre movies is necessarily all bad
How profound.
or made.